Good morning, DSST! CG High School, we are back. We are loving it. Welcome to day one return to school. We are so excited to see you guys.
Yes.
We have so much to cover, so we are going to just get right to it. Good morning. Here we go. Welcome back. We missed you. We're so excited for you to be in this building. And we have lots to cover today. We're going to go over safety protocols. We have some exciting news about dress guidance, some logistics to your day today, and then we're going to send you on your way to have so much fun in advisory. All right, friends. So there are some pretty major differences that we want to make sure that we cover between in-person and remote learning, because this is not just your typical school year. We know this to be true. In person, we have seating charts that are so much more important in the life of COVID than they are in a regular school year. They're always important, but definitely now. Safety is huge, friends. Wearing your masks needs to happen. Transitions need to be considered. We have lunchtime expectations. And then, of course, you have the wonderful benefit of in-person teacher support. When you're remote, like you have been up until now, you know that you have to manage your own time. You have to get online and go to get to your team's meetings, and you got to watch the clock. Some things that we really want to make really clear for you are principles for return. In order to make this successful for everyone, we need to do 4 things here, friends. We need to ensure safety. We need to maximize learning. We're going to build community and connection. And of course, our goal is that we stay open so that we can continue learning throughout the end of the school year. And so this morning meeting is critical. We have lots of information that we're going to cover that is just about our safety expectations and things that are going to keep us safe. Your safety and the safety of every member of our community, staff and students alike, is our first priority. This takes a team effort. We must all work together to stay safe while we learn. It is going to be critical that we use integrity. You need to be honest with how you are feeling, and this could prevent the spread of COVID. So we always need to be very honest about how we are feeling. Follow all safety expectations. If you persistently do not follow these expectations, friends, you will return to virtual learning. We know that it is great to be back in this building. We don't want you to return to virtual learning. So you just need to follow our expectations for safety so that we can ensure a great learning environment for everyone. This means that we can stay safe. So it is a team effort. We are all in this together, friends.
So let's go through those health and safety guidelines. There's some really critical ones here. These are the tenacious 10, the most important things that we can do to ensure that everyone stays safe in the building. Number 1, wear a mask at all times in the building. This is non-negotiable. Everything hinges on making sure everyone wears masks properly every day. Daily screener, you're going to come in every day, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, making sure that you're healthy and happy as you enter the building. That comes with that temperature check. Critical, maintaining 6 feet of social distance. It's making sure that we're staying safe. We want to making sure that we're keeping our cohorts to minimum size, washing our hands regularly, only making sure that essential visitors are here, and updating filters and medical assistance in our buildings regularly. These are the critical things, and you play a very important role in each of these items. So perhaps the most important thing that we control, mask wearing. Make sure you clean your hands and put your face mask on so it fully covers both your mouth and nose. It is not just enough to have it covering your mouth. You need both. This is critical. Make sure that you do it that whole time and do not allow a strap to hang down. Don't cross the straps, making sure that this has a nice seal across your face. Also critical, keeping 6 feet of distance. This is unbelievably important. Make sure that you are keeping that distance at all times. If you're not feeling well, if you're at home, when in doubt, stay there. Keep your peers and teachers safe by making sure that you're taking care of yourself and, as a result, helping others. You can always learn remotely while you recover, and we know that that'll be a great resource if that's necessary. If you're at school, let your teacher know and head to the front office immediately. You'll go to an isolation room and you'll be seen by a medical assistant. We want to make sure that everyone is taken care of immediately upon any sort of situation that occurs.
All right, guys. So a day in the life, what can you expect in a hybrid return to school day? So the first thing before you leave home, it's going to be really important that you take your daily health screener. You guys have those straight on your phone. You need to make sure that you pass that health screener so that you are cleared for entry, so that you can come into our building. If you get that little green acceptance, come to school. We're excited to have you and we can't wait to see you learning. If it is marked red or you're not cleared for entry for whatever reason, stay home. You can learn remotely, and a staff member will contact you to make sure that we are working through the proper steps to ensure that everybody stays safe. This is just another picture. So, you know, the green means come to school, red means stay home. All right, friends, so here is our school schedule. There is a tiny little shift to ensure that we have enough time for lunch and that we have enough time to transition to our first period, because you have to walk to class now. Can you believe it? So advisory is going to be shortened on a typical school day. So before school, as soon as you arrive on campus, if you would like to have breakfast, please note that there's no breakfast in class this year. Because of COVID, we cannot have food consumed in our building. So if you want to have breakfast, you go to the building 1 between 8 and 8:15. The garage door to the cafeteria will be open. You can grab your breakfast. You will eat your breakfast in the quad. You cannot eat your breakfast once you enter the building. So please make sure that you have enough time to grab your breakfast and consume it before it is time for you to come in for advisory. If you arrive early before 8:05 and you're not interested in breakfast, it's okay. You can remain outside and do your best to keep 6 feet of distance between you and others so that we can be as prepped as possible for the school day. When it is time for you to enter this building at 8:05, you can start coming inside. We will have you trickle in, keeping 6 feet of distance to ensure that we are keeping everybody safe. We do prefer that students arrive in their window so that we can avoid funneling and we can ensure that everybody is safe and can get to their advisory as soon as possible. 9th and 10th graders, your window is 8:05 to 8:15. 11th and 12th graders, your window is 8:15 to 8:25. You need to have your past health screener on your phone. So that little green window needs to be on your phone or your laptop. You need to show it at the front desk upon entry so that you can get your temperature checked by our super cool temperature camera. You just show that to Ms. Cedillo and you are on your way, friends. It makes it as efficient as possible. If you are late to school, come into the building, make sure that your mask is on. You are still going to take your screener. Ms. Cedillo will check you in, and you're going to head straight to whichever class is in session so that you can ensure that you can start learning as quickly as possible, making sure that you use the shortest route to get to class so that you're not losing any more time. Have your parent call the front office to excuse your tardy, just like you would in a normal school year, and Ms. Cedillo will message your teacher that you are on your way so they know to expect you. Morning arrival, friends. So in the morning, after you take that screener and you pass by Ms. Cedillo, you are going to head straight to your advisory. Once you get to advisory, you're going to see the seating charts outside of the door. You're going to head straight to your assigned seat. You are going to open up your laptop, plug in your charger, get those headphones, and you can get started on setting yourself up for success for the day. Check your email, organize yourself, make sure that you did your homework, all the things that are required to make sure that you are organized. It is essential to make sure that when you are in your advisory room, when you are in any classroom in our building, our cell phones are off and put away. That is going to be really important to make sure that we have that expectation of health, just to make sure that this is a learning focused environment. Advisory starts right at 8:30, so please make sure that you are logged into your Teams call and you are set up for success when it is time to get started. Here is our weekly schedule, friends. This is just a very quick reminder. If you are a cohort, you meet Monday and Tuesday in person. Our B cohorts and everybody who is virtual will meet you online. Everybody is virtual on Wednesdays for mandatory tutoring and office hours. And then Thursday and Friday, our B cohort friends will come in person and everybody else remains virtual. All right, so when you enter a class, I'm not talking about advisory in the morning. I mean, first period, second period, third period, etc. This is going to be really critical to ensure that we keep ourselves safe and that we are sanitizing in between desk use. So I'm going to show you a series of pictures and walk you through the steps. So transitions to class is going to be really important that you go quickly so that you can do these things efficiently. As soon as you walk into your class, The first thing you're going to see when you enter is your take one table. So the table right by the door should have a jug of hand sanitizer and a stack of paper towels like you see. The first thing I'm doing is I'm grabbing one paper towel from the stack. The second thing I'm doing is I am putting hand sanitizer in my other hand. Then I go straight to my assigned seat. You can see my hand is kind of sticking out to the side there. It has hand sanitizer in my hand. So I'm just kind of holding it up. With my other hand, I'm going to wipe down my desk. During passing period, my teacher will have sprayed down my desk. So there is already liquid on the desk. I'm just going to wipe it off with my paper towel. I'm also going to wipe down my chair handle where a student will have touched it. Please make sure that you're not wiping your hand sanitizer on the desk. There's already cleaner on there, so you don't need to mix chemicals. Then you can see my hand is still out because I still have hand sanitizer in my hand. I'm going to throw my paper towel in the trash can that is away from the classroom door to ensure that I'm not congregating with other students. Now this is where the hand sanitizer comes into play. I'm going to wipe my hands, use that hand sanitizer, head straight back to my assigned seat. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get my materials out, and I'm going to get started for class. That is a lot to do during your 5-minute passing period. So remember, you have to get out of your class. You need to head to your next class, and you need to do all of these safety procedures within that 5-minute period. So as soon as that bell rings, you need to be in your seat and you need to be ready to join your call on Teams.
All right, let's go over some additional policies that are important to keep in mind for safety reasons. Bathroom and tissues. Need to use the bathroom? It's okay to do so in class. However, this will not be taking place during transitions. So it's important to think about it during class itself. Make sure you're not going in the first or last 5 minutes of class. Make sure you raise your hand, and only one student will be allowed out of the class for the bathroom at one time. Move quickly so that we're considerate of all others at this time. Need a tissue? Raise your hand. One student out of their seat at a time. Grab a tissue, blow your nose in the hallway, throw away tissue and trash cans in the hallway before quickly heading back into the classroom. Make sure you're using hand sanitizer to keep everyone safe. Leaving class. At the end of class, please make sure you pack up quickly and exit the room. It is critical that we are not congesting the hallways, that we are keeping that distance, and we are heading straight to our classrooms. So make sure that we leave enough time for your teacher to spray down their desks for the next group of students and the next class. Passing periods. Like I mentioned, it is critical here to stay to the right of the hallway, keep your mask on, and keeping your distance from others. You're using the closest staircase if necessary. You may not need a staircase, in which case just head to your class. No congregating in groups, avoiding contact with others, no handshakes, hugs. I know we love each other, but not right now. Restrooms are closed. Cell phones are put away, and making sure that you're paying attention because once that bell rings, class begins. Awesome. Now the next thing we really want to make sure we talk about is lunch. There's going to be another video happening right before lunch that'll explain all of the details, but here's the headline. We're going to have 2 different waves of lunch. 9th and 10th grade, you're going to start in the cafeteria and follow it up with advisory. And 11th and 12th grade, senior academy, you're going to have the exact opposite schedule. We're going to go over those details later today, but that's the headline for now. Let's talk about the end of the day. It is critical, again, that you pack up at 3 o'clock, exit towards the stairs closest to you, and then head for the parking lot. It is important that you are not waiting for your ride in the building. Everyone must be out by 3:05. Wait for your friends or your ride outside the building, and keep distance and following safety protocols at all times. Really important for safety reasons, always. So let's go ahead and talk about in-person policies and expectations while we're here. 1, you have a little piece of paper on your desk identifying the dress guidance, but know that it's changed significantly since the last time you were in person with us. You and your advisor can go over those details in a little bit more of a detailed way, but know that right now, as long as you're following through with the expectations on that sheet, you're going to have a lot more guidance about what you can and cannot wear in school. This is just a little more detail as well. Supplies. There's some supplies that you're going to need every single day, and it's important to keep that in mind. Number 1, computer and charger. Just like at home, you're going to need these things to be academically successful. Mask. Bring an extra. We'll have some if you need it, but make sure that you're prepared to have that on at all times. Water bottle. You cannot use the water fountains during transitions, but you can fill them up during the appropriate times. So make sure you fill those up. Those are the things you can drink water out of. backpacks to carry your items, and any class materials that you'll need based on a class-by-class basis.
Class time expectations, friends. All right, I am so excited that we are back in the classroom, but just some quick expectations here for us. As a reminder, Mr. Reven already said this, but one student will go to the restroom, go to the water fountain, etc. at a time. That is going to be important to make sure that we are maintaining that distance. While you are in class, please stay in your seats. It is important that we are not moving about the room so that we are maintaining our distance and that safety. Make sure that you keep your camera on, even if you're in person. That is still extra credit, friends. So please make sure that you are in doing that. We are not sharing material. So if you forgot a pencil or anything like that, please talk to your teacher about how they can support you. We are not sharing materials with our peers. Stay focused, participate, engage, ask questions, take advantage of the opportunity to be in person with your teacher. Raise your hand if you need any sort of support. And remember, no cell phones while we are in class. So some expectations, friends. It is going to be so important that we are engaging with our teachers' expectations. That means maintaining your assigned seat. If you do not like your assigned seat, you have got to talk to your teacher. You cannot change your assigned seat without permission. That is going to be really important for contact tracing. Please make sure that you stay where your teacher has assigned you. Make sure that if you need to leave class for any reason, you are asking permission before you do so. And you are acting respectfully towards yourself and others so that we can have the best learning environment possible. A couple of other essentials here, friends. Phones and headphones. Just to really stamp it, cell phones are only permitted during lunchtime in the cafeteria. Just like last year, cell phones are not used in our building. That's going to be very important. Headphones will be used in class when they are plugged into laptops. So please make sure that you are using headphones to support your learning. Language. Students are expected to use language that is appropriate for a learning community. Use of any sort of racial slurs or cussing that is not acceptable. Language that discriminates, harasses, or bullies others implicitly or explicitly is not permitted. This is going to be really important to make sure everybody feels safe and welcome in our community. Some last things here, friends. Live our values and treat everyone with respect. Everyone in our DSSP community needs to feel welcome and safe. And so it's going to be really important that we treat everyone with respect through our language and our actions. Of course, we have a zero tolerance policy for bullying and harassment. So please make sure that you are maintaining those values.
It is also important to keep in mind that we are taking the health and safety requirements extremely seriously. I want to repeat this because it is critical. Students must seek to consistently meet all health and safety guidelines related to COVID. If there is outright refusal or continued choices to not meet expectations, it will result in returning to virtual-only schooling. This is critical for keeping everyone safe, you, your classmates, your teachers, and all of our family and friends. Please do so intentionally, with great care, and with great respect. If you are not seeing others taking these safety protocols seriously, please immediately tell a teacher or an administrator so that we can help make sure that our community is as safe as humanly possible. This is not a joke, and it's important that we take it seriously.
All right, friends, if you have questions about anything that we've gone over in this morning meeting today, I know we covered a lot of ground. Please make sure that you are asking your advisor for clarification. Send Mr. Reven or myself a quick message. We would love to support you to make sure that you are set up for success in meeting these expectations, because it's critical that we follow them in order to make sure that everybody is safe. Today in advisory lunch, you are actually going to go over a core value pledge that is directed and that is connected to safety and security at our school. So we really want to make sure that we are in this together and that we are building a sense of community to ensure that everyone is safe. So be ready for that at lunch today.
Have a great day.
All right, friends. See ya.